Until you are advised differently, nomination conspiracy will be permitted. But there are guiding rules.
It's Terry space for me. The way she was shocked, like, they can now conspire in the house. Or more, the game has just changed. Everything about nomination conspiracy has changed. The housemates are now allowed to conspire, like conspire on every level. Discuss who they nominated, who they plan to nominate, how they would, you know, the names they can call, the people that they hope not to ever nominate, like every freaking thing, they can now discuss it. When he said this, I was like, no wonder all these people that have been conspiring since, like low-key conspiring, he has not punished them. It's almost like this was all somehow part of his game plan. So it's like, okay, let me just let this slide, because a lot of housemates have conspired on like low-key notes, but today it has now been made official. But there are rules, of course, there are always rules.
Discussions around nominations, including who to nominate, may only take place on Sundays after the live eviction show. This until Mondays before the head of house game.
The reason I'm even beginning this video with the conspiracy stuff is because I feel like this gist is, or this news is kind of a little bit more exciting than the entire eviction show that happened. The eviction shows these days are kind of like underwhelming. The only thing that you get is the highlights from the past week, and for those of us that watched it throughout the week, there's nothing new. You get the highlights, then you get the evicted housemates. So the two housemates that were evicted, let me just get that one out of the way. The two housemates that were evicted are Zino and BU.
Zino, you have 30 seconds to say goodbye and leave the Big Brother house.
You guys know that they like Zino a lot, so you know Sister Mara even like cried and everything, but they were really sad. Then Zino now left. When Zino came out, they didn't ask him a lot of questions because he didn't really have a lot of things in the house entanglement wise. So Lawrence just asked him that if he was not in any relationship, he entered into the house single, who would he have looked at, or who would he have gone for? And he said Venus. He said the sharp Venus. So it's like, okay, that's good. Then they now sang a birthday song for him. He now sang a birthday song for him as he was going out. I was like, this one is farewell birthday song.
Who would you say? Okay, there it is, right there, right quick. I understand you, bro. I get, yo. Happy birthday, dear Zino. Oh.
Zino's eviction was not surprising at all. Like, we saw it from the last week's post, so I think that's why this one did not move me at all, because I was expecting that he's going to go this week. Then for BU, his own did not also surprise me, because I just felt like it has to be one of the couples. I said it in my other videos, it has to be one of them that will go home aside Zino. So BU had to be the one to leave. So when they called him to, he did not expect it, but he was the last person that was standing, and then they now told him that he has been evicted.
You have been evicted from the Big Brother house. You have 30 seconds to say goodbye and leave the Big Brother house.
Now, when he came out, the only question that Lawrence asked him was about his situationships in the house, that, you know, what's up with Yoli and Venus. So he was just saying that for Venus is more like a relationship type of connection, and then for Yoli is a different type of connection. They just really understand each other.
So Venus's relationship,
yeah,
Yoli's connection, we
just get along like crazy. It's just a connection.
He asked about Akasha, and then BU said that for Akasha it was mainly flirting, that they were flirting a lot. So Akasha was not in her head. She was not in her head when she said that he was flirting with her.
I'm a flirt. I flirt, but yeah? I mean, it's obvious when you're flirting, it's banter back and forth. Yeah.
But obviously, Akasha overread the situation. If someone is flirting with you, doesn't mean that the person is, going to have a relationship with you. So I think, that just made the whole dynamics with Akasha some type of way. So that's it for the questions that they asked them. Then for inside the house, he didn't really ask a lot of questions. The only person who asked a question was Yoli, and Yoli did not even answer the question. She complimented his jacket after he asked the question, and she was not like, I like your jacket looks really nice, and he was like, he's going to come back for the answer, and he never asked her. He didn't ask her again. So I'm like, Mama, It's somehow he asked her about like what does she think about the relationships in the house, and then mentioned something about somebody being with somebody. See, I don't, that particular this thing, the whole thing just annoyed me. Let me just leave it. It was annoying because there was no answer, so there's no point, and it did not even, the housemates, I'm not even sure they understood it. It did not spark anything, so let's leave that one. So back to the conspiracy gist that was interesting me at the beginning. If you're wondering why I'm holding my microphone like this, is because there's a little bit of noise in the background, so I just want you guys to be able to hear me very well. Now Big Brother has given them room to conspire, and also the nomination process has changed. Like they read the rule book for them, and they said they will now be able to nominate, like, you know, each of them can have the opportunity to nominate. So it's no more head of house and deputy head of house going in to nominate. I am so happy so happy with this nomination process, because I was just getting tired of the whole head of house and deputy head of house being the only ones to nominate. So I'm really happy with this, so all of them can go in and nominate, and that works well with this whole conspiracy rule, because if you're conspiring and only 2 people go and nominate, it's going to mess up the whole thing. There's no point. So now everybody can go in and nominate. But this whole thing is annoying because Terry has already like started saying, oh, this Big Brother is trying to test them, is a test, and that in fact, see, if I catch Terry, I'll wipe her cord. I'm joking, but it's just annoying that the housemates overthink everything that Biggie tells them. You have been allowed to conspire. They literally created a line outside in the garden that they can now go and conspire, which is I don't know whether to say I like the fact that there's a particular place for conspiracy, but yeah, I think maybe they just did it like that so that people will not just be over gossiping, because this housemates just like to go in and just gossip everywhere. Now you've been conspiring all the while, and they've said, oh yeah, go and conspire. They've given you go ahead, and then it's now that you're now saying it's a trap, they should not fall for the trap. You know, this one, every other housemates will see them. So Terry was just saying that, okay, the other housemates can see them in the conspiracy corner talking about the conspiracy.
If you fall for it, it's a problem. It's a problem. And not for him, because this is content creation for him. No. But if you fall for it, it's you're only causing problems for yourself.
Literally, that day, it was like how many 7 housemates or so that were talking about Gash one and the certain negative things, and the fact that he nominated Vino, and also like own the conspiracy with your full chest. Own it. This is annoying me. It's annoying me. Own it with your full chest. Now that there's a new dynamics, a new drama that we're hoping to see how it unfolds, you guys will come together. There's already a clear divide between the upstairs room and downstairs room, so why don't you guys do your thing? Let it be game on. Let's see the real game. Not when they provide the game for you, you will not play the game, then at other times you'll be saying it's a game, we are playing the game. These people, I'm going to flog them. But let's see, maybe they might just decide to still use the conspiracy corner. That's it for this video. Drops mic. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, love you.